Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Green White Checker TV's broadcast of the Area 51 Super Speedway Xfinity Series. I'm Carl Henderson, and I'm here tonight with Matt Wagner, and we'll be bringing you this race. Very excited to see how this plays out as we are getting very close to the playoffs, and we'll have to see which of those top 12 drivers will be able to advance. And with a note on points, let's go ahead and pull those up and take a look at them. And you can see sitting at the top, we've got Bud Steele, Ryan Decker in second, Brian Wang up 2 spots last week in the third, Eric Laurie in fourth, and Guile Brooks in fifth. But as I mentioned, that all-important spot, you're looking at the 12th spot right there, currently held by Kevin Freese. Joshua Hanner in 13th, but has been missing for a few races, so maybe out of it. Some other guys there, William Bogart right there, Jimmy Pilan, so a lot of potential ways this could play out still. But tonight we are at Daytona. Let's take a look at our race info, and we're looking at we're doing 75 laps, hopefully, if we don't have green white checkers. Track temperature is a nice chilly 65 degrees. Night race should be a lot of fun tonight. And Matt, did you happen to get the fuel mileage for tonight?
Yeah, I was really bugging and pestering some of the drivers. About 23 to 24 laps on fuel here. Look, probably about a 2-stopper if we go green all the way through. But as I've seen in the past, usually if I race in this series, we go caution-free. But I'm not racing tonight, so there's going to be a little bit of caution.
All right, and we've already got someone out there, Chris Vanderplaat, saying, drive fast, take risks, Austin Call. So we'll have to see if Austin will heed that advice. And actually, let's see if he's on track. Yeah, we've got him here, Austin Call. Believe he might be on his first lap now. Yeah, looks like he might be, so we'll have to see where it shakes out. See him exiting turn 4 here, entering the tri-oval. And of course, Super Speedway qualifying is an art all unto itself. Really a special technique you have to follow when you're qualifying at these tracks. And we've got our first few qualifying times in. Steve Korosek sitting up top. Les Levy just pulled in second. Austin Call currently sitting in fourth. And yeah, we've got a lot of them coming in now. Trying to find someone on track here. How about Ryan Decker here? And we'll see where Decker comes out. And that is going to be good enough for fifth for Ryan Decker. Let's see who else we've got here. How about Frank Ranger Jr.? Looks like this is Ranger's second lap. Oh, actually, no, he's coming in the pit. Okay, because we only do 1 lap here, correct? Getting serious mixed up.
That is correct.
Let's see if we can find some. Okay, here's someone. How about Robert Morrison, currently on his qualifying lap, I believe. If he is, he's a little bit up higher than I would expect. So this may be an out lap. We'll have to see when he comes around here. Oh, that was his qualifying lap, 18th for Robert Morrison.
I was kind of looking to see if Lima was on the track at all. Zachary. Yep, there he goes.
Yep.
Yep, top of the board. As soon as I say that, top of the board.
And I switch over to him just in time to see him run it into the inside wall. How about Nick Monfredi here, who looks like he is about to be finishing his qualifying attempt. And that's for the best since we are closing in on the end of qualifying. So Nick Monfredi good enough for 15th there. Up, just fell back to 16th as Everett Lane took the 5th spot. How about Nick Wing here, who I believe is about to cross the start-finish line for his qualifying attempt. We'll see where he shakes out.
Yeah, Cody Nagel slide in the second here with a 49.814. About 0.03 of a second. It's really close up top.
Yes, it is. Zachary Lima and Cody Neagles both very, very close. And Chris Vanderplaat says, "Who invited Neagles? The field is doomed."
That thing is doomed to wrecks.
Well, hey, it looks like our qualifying is done. So real fast here, let's give a shout out to the sponsor of this broadcast. Whoops. 4D Racewear, makers of the ultimate sim racing shoes and custom apparel designed for sim racing by sim racers. 4D sim racing shoes are engineered to connect racers to the pedals in a way that no other racing shoe can, all while giving you the comfort needed to complete those double and triple stunts. Visit 4dracewear.com and check out the latest sim racing products that let you connect to your sim. So we'll be gridding up here. We've got our first cars coming through, so let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid. In first, we have Zachary Lima, and in second, Cody Neagles. Third is Steve Korosek, and fourth, Gabe Butler. Fifth is Everett Lane, and in sixth, Eric Laurie. Seventh is Les Levy. Eighth is Dude Conrad. Ninth, James Mohan, and 10th, Ryan Decker. 11th, Dawson Wise, and in 12th, Bud Steele.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it. I didn't. The page wasn't going right. 13th, Austin Call. 14th, Jordan Weiser. 15th, Vernon Markheim. 16th, Nick Monfredi, and in 17th, Mark Emery. 18th, Nick Wing, and in 19th, Frank Ranger Jr. 20th is Daniel Paulus Jr., and 21st, Richard Bernius. 22nd, Robert Morrison, and in 23rd, Larry Fairman. 24th, Edwin Outlaw. In 25th, William Gunn, and in 26th, Jim Brooks. 27th, we've got it recorded as Matt Wagner. 28th, Andy Brigant. 29th is Bob Fitzgerald, and in 30th, Dean Wilkinson. 31st, Hondo Longmire, and in 32nd, Brandon Briggs.
That is Briganti, just to we don't sham his name.
Well, it's a big field tonight.
Yes, it is. 31 drivers.
Well, are you actually racing?
No, I disqualified myself. Actually, I am not on the grid.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. See now, it's showing 32 drivers. For a second, it was only showing 31. So yeah, we got actually 31 drivers on the track. That's very exciting.
Uh-oh.
Did someone have some issues?
Austin Call looks like he had some little bit of issues there.
Yeah, Austin Call is not on the track, it looks like. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, see what happened. So, of course, this being Daytona, we've run a couple races at iRacing Super Speedway. We've run at Talladega. Those tracks a bit wider. In the iRacing Super Speedway's case, quite a bit wider. But what do you...
Yeah, you can run 3 wide here.
Oh, absolutely, you can run 3 wide. But are you expecting people to go 3 wide early, or are you expecting?
No,
yeah.
not at all.
So we're. You think
but some of these drivers I recognize I'm going to race with tomorrow. Lehman, Eagles, Krosek, yeah, Everett Lane. I expect maybe some 3 wide action here, probably early, and there's probably just scrapping for position pretty early, and then just it'll all fan out, and yeah, it'll all sort itself out. So maybe a caution earlier too, just to just attrition. So
yeah,
we never know. So it's it may go caution free. You don't even know. So the pace car is coming up turn 4 right now.
Yep. Fingers crossed we'll have a caution-free race and get some good racing in, and maybe some green flag stops, which are always exciting. And we've got Caitlin Decker out there saying, let's go Decker. So we'll keep an eye on him. And pace car does pull in. These guys are coming up to the start-finish line. And they are off. Green flag is out. And we see that outside lane actually led by Cody Neagles actually got a pretty good jump there. And bit of a gap on that bottom line right there. There's only 3 cars right there together. And that top line currently a lot more formed. As they get up to speed, that could become a factor. We'll have to see. Taking a look here as they come on to the backstretch. That's still side by side, going quite a ways back. But then as you go further back, guys shuffling around quite a bit, moving around. But up front, they are just holding together. But we see that outside line with Cody Neagles get his nose in the front there just a little bit. And we'll have to see if he'll be able to lead this lap. But right now, it is Zachary Lima up front. Oh, looks like he got a little squirrely as he was getting a heck of a push. But yeah, it's going to be Cody Neagles who leads this first lap.
Still got a long way to go, dude.
Oh, no doubt. 75 laps, huge race. And you can definitely see some of these guys further back are absolutely trying to... it seems like possibly space themselves out a little bit to potentially avoid any wrecks that may happen. As we see Cody Neagles drop down to that inside line, trying to control the lead all on himself, as Gabe Butler on the outside there trying to get up there into the lead himself. And yes, Gabe Butler is going to lead this lap, so it is looking like at this point that top line, can.
Yeah, usually here at Daytona, that top line is pretty much the preferred line, but you'll see drivers swap from top to bottom from here and race out, just to, I guess, to keep their teammate cool up top, because you can see that Gabe Butler's teammate, the 071 right behind him. I can't see him right behind him. Oh, that's the 8 of Duke Conrad. Yep, all 3 teammates of, running 1, 2, 3 up top.
Yeah, that top line right now, honestly, the way they're stacked up together, they're looking really strong right now. Those, I guess, 7 cars there right now, all pretty tight together, running really well together.
Oh, we had a little bit of contact out there, and it checks the whole field up. Oh, hopefully they don't get it sorted out there.
Oh, wrecking! They're wrecking!
Yep. That all started with the 903.
Okay, let's see if we can go back and watch where that started. Just earlier, Bud Steele had jumped to the pits, and I'm not sure what happened there. He's our points leader. Oh, that was unnecessary.
Yeah, it all started off with the 903. I'm sitting here watching it, and he got into Les Levy and just knocked him underneath the yellow line. He saves the car, but it checks Bud Steele all the way up, and the cars right behind him had no idea what was going on. And I think Bud went for a nice little ride there.
Well, you said it was the 903. I don't think it was the 903. 903 was clean.
No, if you actually were all triggered off, if you look at lap number 4.
Yeah. Just who showed me? Oh, it's 906. The 62 gets knocked down a little bit. It checks everyone up. The 10 goes into the 906, and then from there it was just chaos.
Yeah. What I was saying was the 903 hit the 62, and it checked the 62 up, and it hit it, and then the 10 checked up, and it was all chaos from there.
All right, so our first caution there. Lots of guys involved in that. A lot of guys going to have to take fast repairs, which is not something you want to have happen on lap 5 of a 75-lap race. We've got one car completely stopped there. I'm not sure what's going on there. They should reset and get off the track. Not even sure what car that is. It's possibly Frank Ranger, I think, is just sitting there. So yeah,
Of
we'll have.
course, these guys are going to come in and top off.
Yeah, most everybody came in. We did have some guys stay out. James Mohan and Jordan Weiser both stayed out. And actually, it looks like Larry Fairman did as well. And what I was going to say, one thing I was going to say at the start of the race is, I mean, I don't think I would ever call a super speedway a track position, kind of race. But at the same time, like I would say, track position does matter here more than somewhere like Dega or iRacing Super Speedway.
Yeah.
So I think staying out, maybe not a bad idea. If you think you don't have a chance really of getting up there and racing, like, go ahead and skip the stop, do something different than the leaders.
Well, back in the what was it, the late '90s, probably about early 2000s, track position didn't matter. What plate track you're at. Nowadays, Daytona, Talladega, it's all about track position now because it's everybody playing with the air and all that, and it's really hard to get back up front. It is for me, but it's tough.
Yeah, no doubt. And some of the things we've mentioned here before about whether or not you go 3 wide or not, like, of course, there's obviously enough room to go 3 wide here. There's plenty of room to go 3 wide. It's just, it's a little riskier in iRacing versus, like, real life because of, netcode being an issue. So people are understandably a little hesitant to do it at times. So if you don't have people going 3 wide, you go, you're 2 wide, it's a lot harder to make up positions. Oh, and actually now James Mohan is coming in. We'll see if the others... no, Jordan Weiser stays out. So Jordan Weiser is going to be the guy that is going to be leading them to green when we get started back here on the next lap.
And Bud Steele's going to lose 2 laps here.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Do you have any idea what happened with him? Because I saw that he jumped to the pits.
I think he had the tow.
And that was from the wreck, because the way it looked on my setup, I thought it happened before the wreck. So that's interesting. Okay.
He's going to have a large climb to get back up.
Yeah, he is coming back out now. Points leader. I think he should be okay regardless of what happens of making the top 12. So but obviously you want to be in you'd like to win the regular season if you can too. So
it's gonna be rough for him, but like I said, you do have drop weeks, and this is probably the race where he'll take his drop week. So
well, honestly I'm not counting him out. I mean, we had a caution on lap 5. I would say I'd put money that we might have some more cautions, so he'll have opportunities to get laps back.
Yeah, he's already won a race this season, and he's already pretty much qualified for the playoffs. So since he's way up there in the point standings, I would be too concerned.
Oh yeah, no. Long term, I don't think he has anything to be concerned about. But I'm saying in this race, I think he's certainly got a chance to get back on the lead lap. Super speedways, and once you're on the lead lap, who knows what'll happen. The caution or the pace car will be pulling in just a moment here. As usual, to all of our fans out there watching, if you got anybody out there you're cheering for, we've seen someone cheering for Austin Call, someone cheering for Ryan Decker. Put it in the chat. Let's hear about it as pace car does pull off, and we are green, and they are off. Sort of a choppy start there a little bit.
We got a pretty much a new person up front. I don't think I've ever seen him before here, so it's a new driver.
Yep. A little choppy. Got feel a little spread out, but everything's looking smooth now. As we got some guys pulling off pit road here. Obviously they're going to try to do everything they can to try to hang on to that draft. Because it is super important. But Zachary Lima back up front with Steve Korosek pushing him. We've got a sort of single line of cars up front, which is very different than what we had at the start of the race. And it looks like James Mohan is pulling back in the pit road. I'm going to guess he possibly had some sort of penalty. We've got a 24 car of Everett Lane down on the bottom as well.
Yeah. I like him. Yeah, good old Everett Lane.
Yeah, Everett Lane getting a good push there from the 06. Go back here, take a look at that DuPont car there dropped below the line a little bit. I thought they were getting close to losing it. That's the 11 of Larry Fairman. No, actually, yeah, that was the 11 of Larry Fairman. So a little terrifying there for a second, but he held it, no issues. But you know what I'm seeing right now, it feels like there is a lot of patience. A lot of guys. You're not really seeing people push the issue right now, which is something you'd like to see. Like, you know, a little bit of patience, you know, waiting for opportunities rather than trying to force them. And of course, I say that back in the mid-pack, some guys start shuffling around a little bit.
Well, it looks like that bottom lane is really starting to form a little bit better than that top lane. Let's get a little bit of help to Ryan Decker there, and then we'll probably might see a new leader. Whoa, the 903 there.
Did 903 have some issues? I wasn't focused on him.
Oh, he came up the track just a tad, almost got into Duke Conrad.
Oh. Yeah, it's looking like he's floating up a little bit, ever so lightly on entry. So, you know, it can be a little tricky with these cars. You get in the draft, and it gets a little bit tighter. You know, less downforce in the front of the car, so it can be a little tricky at times, especially if you didn't get to practice it during practice. Yeah, I have to say, you know, it certainly felt like the top lane was the preferred line, and I still think it is.
It still is.
But the bottom lane is definitely holding up a lot better this run than they were last run. Although right now this might hurt them a little bit. They've got a kind of two-car breakaway, and although Ryan Decker drops down to the bottom to help them out, so that might help out the bottom lane a little bit. Oh, that 903 having some major issues. He was looking pretty squirrely on his own, and then I think might have gotten a little bump from the person behind him, and I thought he was about to go around, but so far we are still good. I think there's a possibility that had this been a day race, he may have gone around there. But
oh yeah. The way the track is right now, it's 65 degrees. There's a lot of grip out there.
Yeah, and you know that's, I mean, as a driver, that's you know, great. Your car's kind of doing whatever you want it to. Tire wear's going to be less of a factor. I mean, not that it ever is a huge factor at a super speedway, but you know, a lot of times tire wear can affect the maneuverability of the car, and you definitely want your car to be maneuverable at these tracks.
Yeah, during this race, I'd probably change the tires once.
Yeah. I think I'd agree with you on that, depending on how the pit stops fall. And a lot of times, you know, changing your tires, you know, if you're already taking fuel, it's sort of a free thing to take it anyways. You know, if you're having to take enough fuel to make up for time.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, we've got you know, a lot of guys on that bottom line right now looking at this view down the back stretch. You know, bottom line stretching pretty far back, and I think you know, starting back, I think around 17th place, maybe a little bit further back. Let's say probably with Hondo Longmire there in the 43. It's looking like they're sort of hanging back. This is a pretty common strategy you'll see. Like, you know, another wreck has a good chance of happening, so you hang back and hope you can avoid it. I call that the guy.
He's always going to be my dark horse.
That's fair, and that's the Guy L strategy right there.
Yeah, hey, that's my strategy.
I think it works out for you less than it works out for. There was a lot of smoke there. I'm not sure what happened.
Really?
Yeah, I suddenly I'm gonna rewind it real quick. I don't like doing that during a live race, but I'm gonna try to see if we can see. Oh yeah, the 11 car hit the wall pretty hard.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, but we're still green, no issues. So that's good.
It's always a positive.
Yeah. Hey, how about a few guys that have moved through the field? We've got Gunn here, currently up 11 spots. Pretty big mover. And Briggs right behind him, up 15 spots. So big movers in the race already. Obviously, a lot of the guys I'm looking at that have lost a lot of positions were the guys involved in that wreck earlier. Guys like the points leader Bud Steele down 15 spots, running in 27th right now.
Yeah, William is pretty much a former driver in my series, and he really can't make the races anymore due to his ongoing activities of whatever he's doing in life right now. And I'm sad to see him not in the series anymore, and I kind of hope he comes back. William, we miss you, bud. And whenever you get free time, come on back.
Yeah, you certainly like to see the regulars turn out when they can, but also, of course, love seeing new people out here too. Fingers crossed. We'll continue to grow the series in this league, and because obviously I race on Thursday nights, and I love racing, and the bigger fields make it a lot more fun. So our leader currently, Steve Korosek, he's actually on that bottom line right now. Ooh!
Whoa, they're wrecking.
Wait. They're wrecking further back. I saw it start up front, and I thought they saved it, but they did not. I'm not sure if the stuff up front caused further issues, but let's see if we can. See if we can get a replay on that.
Yep,
it already started. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Yep, that was the... God, what car is that?
So I see the 903 involved. Oh, the Napa car. That's the 043?
Yes, Daniel.
Oh, Daniel Paulus. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I see him in the chat. He says, big sorry and big apologies in the chat.
Yeah, so a lot of people involved in that. And I'm going to pull it up. We're going to take a look at it from Hondo Longmire's in-car. Because he got through that. We'll see it from his perspective here on his roll bar camera. And you can see already up front, they're wrecking in front of him. And I don't think he even lifted. But got through it cleanly. So yeah, lap 18, it is our second caution. And we've got looking like the entire field going to be coming in, which is not surprising.
Some may take right sides and maybe a little bit of fuel. We'll find out here.
Ooh, 32 there with issues getting into his stall, it looked like. And Korosek's the guy out first. He's followed by Les Levy and Dude Conrad, Everett Lane, Zachary Lima. All right, well, as we are under our second caution, we'll take a short break here, and we'll be back shortly. And we are back. Lights on the pace car are off. We're waiting for pace car to pull in so we can get this thing back green. Hopefully be able to finish this thing on the green. We've seen a lot of good racing throughout the field when the racing's been happening. So we'll see how this restart goes as Steve Korosek, Les Levy lead them to green here. And green is out. Korosek gets a huge jump. And the 8 car, Dude Conrad, right there with him. So that is...
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Sorry to interrupt you, but every race that I've been with Steve has been in, and he's been leading the whole damn race. He's been dominant every race that I've been in. It's truly impressive.
Well, you look though, that outside line fighting back, which isn't surprising. We've seen how good that outside line's been. So obviously, entering the corner, that inside lane has an advantage, but on corner exit, that outside lane will be able to carry the momentum through. And I think we're going to see Les Levy lead this lap. Possibly, it's going to be close. Oh no, Korosek had it. So if that had been the finish of the race, Korosek would have won this race.
Not according to my scoring.
Oh, you're disagreeing. Okay, mine.
I disagree. iRacing says Les Levy.
Interesting, because
It's 0.000.
Wow. They were side by side. Yeah, iRacing live timing is saying that Korosek led that one. So that's even the software can't figure out who led.
Wow.
But regardless, that is probably the strongest I've seen the inside be able to hang on. But obviously he has a very good pusher right behind him, and Dude Conrad. Lots. I feel like a lot more moving around this. We got someone 3 wide, the 88 up there.
It's not a surprise.
Yeah, definitely not surprising to see Gabe Butler up there. He's
tired of not leading.
he's getting some help here from Ryan Decker. Decker giving him a push. And wow, yeah, look at that. They're getting a huge run up there.
Wow. What a push.
Yeah, that was a great push from Decker. This outside line up here working with just 2 guys.
It's not bad, I'm telling you.
Yeah. We'll see if they'll be able to get up here. I mean, I don't think that 2 cars will be able to do it by themselves for long, but
oh no.
While the rest of because I feel like the other lines are kind of in disarray right now, so they can possibly take advantage of it. But it looks like they're kind of stalling out a little bit now.
They kind of stalled out now. I think it takes a lot of effort to push and not trying to overheat that motor. Now it looks like he's got some help from the 46.
Yeah, that's the 46 there of Nick Wing up there helping out as well. And Steve Korosek was flirting with going below the double yellows there. But yeah, we've got a race on right now. We got 3 wide up front. Inside lane seems to be hurting the most from it. But then, of course, Korosek here gets a huge push on 62.
Wow.
And we do have a lap car coming up here.
Wow, what a move. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. And that lap car wisely gets out of the way. That is Bud Steele. Heads up move by him.
Dude, that was such an awesome move by Steve there.
Yeah, people are all over the place right now. Gabe Butler, kind of up there by himself. I mean, there's some help behind him, but it's going to take some time for him to get to him. That third lane quickly losing any sort of momentum that they previously had, and Butler ducks back into that middle line.
Look, Andy Brigante, hold on to it there, buddy. Yep. Oh. We got somebody off track. That's Andy Brigante. Yeah, he's got it.
That was almost real bad right there.
That was good save by Andy there.
Yeah, it was a great save. The way he came back on track almost collected some people, but we're good. We're green. We're keeping it green. We're all right.
Wow.
Hey, look, we've got a new leader, the 98 of Dawson Wise up here, as everyone's kind of settled down back into 2 lanes. But Korsek might actually lead this lap up on the outside now. And taking a look, we go back here, go further back in the field. Look here with Hondo Longmire and Jim Brooks, Robert Morrison. Kind of still spaced out back there, taking their time, not really pushing it, but we'll have to keep an eye on them because I think at some point, like you're going to want to go, especially if we stay green, and be curious to see which one will do it first. And how about let's take a look here at Ryan Decker, who we saw just earlier was pushing on that 3rd lane. Has fallen back to 13th place, but really is not in a bad spot. Has his choice of lanes right now that he could go with at this moment. So, looking pretty okay right now for Ryan Decker. But I think he's maybe taking a little bit of a break after that intensity earlier.
No, I kind of don't blame him. Just got a long race ahead of it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Not even halfway yet.
Yeah, have not reached the halfway point. And William Gunn up 20 spots right now, the biggest mover on track. Oh, they're wrecking. Huge wreck.
Oh, we got somebody over the fence.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a big one.
That is almost the entire field. That was insane.
Wow.
Let's see. And it was when I was focused on William Gunn, I'm worried that I may have caused it. But let's see if we can go back and find out what happened here. Oh, it already started there.
Yeah, that was in front of the field. I think that was our leader, really.
Yep, that was our leader. That was
Damon.
Yeah,
Damon
it just came up, and really the only drivers spared were the first few in that inside line. Whole lot of good cars caught up in that. Let's take one more look a little bit further back because I like to do the in-car cameras if I can find where the wreck happened again. And we'll go take a look at the in-car camera of let's take a look from Vernon Markheim. How about him? We see I got a car completely sideways there. Yeah, Vernon got through it with no trouble as people are still spinning in front of him. All right, and let's go back live and take a look here as we've got no surprise again. Everybody coming on the pit road. A lot of them going to be taking their fast repairs here.
That was something.
Yeah, that was. That's you don't normally see wrecks quite that big because usually they don't start at the front of the field. But that was the leader. That was as close to the front of the field as you could get, and it caught a whole lot of people. So tough break for a lot of these guys having to take their fast repair now, and obviously if we have another wreck like that,
yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, if you had another wreck like that now, you'd have a lot of guys out of the race, period. So we'll have to see as we've got some guys here, looks like they're going to be taking the wave around. I see one of those guys, Bud Steele, up there, I believe. Yeah, Bud Steele right there. And tough night for our points leader. He's several laps down. Hoping to get one of them back here. Well, with that, it's lap 30, third caution of the race. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. All right, and we are back. Lights on the pace car are off, and we'll be getting going green here right after we exit turn 4 here. And obviously the field's shaking up a little bit. Some, guys moved around as they were involved in that wreck and had to take their fast repairs. We'll see, and obviously like a huge inside line as guys, at the tail end of the longest line. So pace car is in. And green flag is out. That 06 of Cody Eagles gets a pretty good jump, but kind of gapped the dude Conrad behind him. So that outside lane may have an opportunity here to try to steal this first place away. That 62 car of Les Levy. Oh, the 8 car on the apron. Dude Conrad on the apron and floating back up, but we're going to stay green. We are good here. Everyone did a good job of getting around that. Steve Korosek, though, back up front through all that. I don't even know how that happened. It happened so quickly while we...
Oh! Whoa.
Did I miss something?
No, I just saw the replay of that when I came back. Oh, my goodness gracious.
So, yeah, we are... I'm
glad you gathered that up. That was... Whew.
So gonna go back here a little bit. Haven't talked about Dean Wilkinson. Up 20 spots, running in 9th right now. Having a pretty quiet night. If you're not getting your name called on at a super speedway race, not always a bad thing.
I'm glad I'm not in it.
Yeah. And how about, let's see here. See some other people we haven't talked about. What about Jim Brooks? We haven't really talked about Jim much.
Oh, good old Jim, yeah. Father's Day.
Yeah, happy Father's Day. Running in 7th now. Yeah, 7th right now. Also having a pretty quiet night. We'll see. He needs to get up there and get up on that bumper. Looks like he's trying to, so.
Yeah.
Oh, someone down on the apron.
That is the 18. He's backing out.
Ah, okay.
That's what I'll be doing tomorrow night.
Right now, we've got a battle up front. Steve Korosek, Gabe Butler, back and forth, controlling this front line, the two of them. Really, nobody seeming like they're in a position to challenge them, unless they can form a third line. And
no,
I think guys are going to wait a little while before they try that again.
No, it's. I already see our, pretty much our top contenders are pretty much at the front already. They're pretty much going to stay at the front all race long. But you never know when attrition is going to come into play.
Oh yeah, attrition's a thing, but I mean, it's also, it just takes one good run for you to steal one away from. Oh, that's someone there got a little squirrely on the bottom. But we're still good. I've seen that happen a few times, thankfully, where guys have gotten down on the apron and still able to collect it. But that did cause a bit of a split in the field, as you've got 7 guys up here kind of pulled away a little bit, but the others are still in drafting range, so no issues there. 62 just gives a bump there to the 27 of Korosek. Now give him, as he's entering the corner, give him a nose there, but I would imagine that outside line once again will pull away once they get to the corner exit. So if you're out there right now, we've talked about, obviously they did 3 wide earlier, didn't have issues, as we see Gabe Butler drop to the bottom, and but when are you thinking about going 3 wide again? Like if you're sitting somewhere like 8th, 9th, you just gonna stay in line, or are you gonna be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I really don't want to push the issue. It's too early. We're almost about halfway, and we got green flag pit stops coming up, and I kind of want to prepare myself for that. Because races, this is true. Races are won and lost off pit road.
Oh,
whoa! A little bit of bobble of Jim Brooks.
wow. I am I am shocked that didn't turn into an event there.
Bud Steele got into it again. Yeah, that's a yellow.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Oh, bummer. Well, let's see if we can see what happened here.
Yeah, that was probably the rejoin of Jim Brooks that pretty much caused all that.
Which he did a great job of it. I thought he was going to go through the grass, but he did get up there.
Yes, he did. He did a fantastic job.
Oh yeah,
but
just trying.
I think Nick got a little bit spooked there and just went up track and got into Bud Steele there.
Yeah, and I mean that's understandable as well. Like you're trying to react to what's going on around you, and some of those things have to happen very quickly. And oh yeah, just tough break there. Oh man, yeah, a lot of cars involved in that too, and I would not be surprised if a lot of those guys are people who already took fast repairs, and their nights are over.
It has not been a good day for a points leader.
It has not. But honestly, in some ways, maybe it's just better to get it all out of the system tonight, and come back next week, and hopefully have a better run.
Yeah, I'm showing the meatball bike for him, so yeah. I would just hang up my helmet and just wait till there's always next week.
Yeah, I think that's your catchphrase, right?
Yeah, well, my catchphrase will be, well, that's another loss for me.
All right, so we are past the halfway point, fourth caution of the night. Expecting everybody to come in and pit here again. And yeah, nobody pulling off so far. Yep, everyone coming in the pit.
Boy, I hope your partner in crime was listening to that.
Who's that you're referring to?
You already know who your partner in crime is.
Come on, last
do I even have to explain?
Well, I certainly had a good time calling the race Thursday night.
I heard you guys were shamming me. That's okay. I can take it. It's all good.
Well, you certainly had a good run out there on Thursday. We at the at Watkins Glen. It was fun.
I had
race
fun.
Yeah,
I had fun. It was definitely quite a bit of a learning experience for me. I had a new shifter. Using an H pattern on that was very, very tricky. It was very difficult. Yes, it was. And me driving that car pretty much on a road course pretty much the first time, that was difficult.
Yeah, I honestly I couldn't imagine not using paddle shifters on a road course. But yeah, so all right, so let's say we stay green. We've got 35 laps. We'd be at a one stopper at that point. When are you pitting? If you had teammates that would go along with you.
That is a very good question. We're about halfway. Actually, we are more than halfway.
Yeah, we're past halfway point.
Yeah, we're lap 40. 23 to go, so that would be 63. Oh, wow. You can actually split this in half and just pretty much come down with just one can of fuel. But I've seen some of these guys coming to top out
Yeah,
which
Zach.
is actually maybe a smart play to shorten your stop on.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad call at all.
No, it's not at all.
I'm surprised more people didn't take it. But Zachary Lima was running up front, and he comes in to top off there.
Which is a very smart play by him.
Yeah, we'll have to see if that pays off. You know, of course, if a caution comes out, it matters a lot less. Hey, we were talking about him earlier, but Dean Wilkinson up 26 spots now, running in third. He's having a good night. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Although at this point, I'm starting to wonder if, you know, the winner of this race might just come down to who has a faster pair remaining at the end. So
That's super speedway racing in a nutshell, man. But it's all about survival. You gotta pick and choose your lanes, timing your runs. It's a lot of work. People might think it's easy, but it's not.
how about for this start, we do a slightly different camera? We'll go over to the blimp camera, take a look at these guys, and get a bigger view of the field. As they are rounding through turn 4 here. Pace car lights are off. We'll be pulling in, and we'll be going green. Gabe Butler, Steve Korosek will be leading them here. Pace car is in. Oh, and Butler went early. At least I felt like it was early. That was pretty quick and got a little bit of a jump out there, but I see why possibly. Steve Korosek tucks in right behind him. And we are single file up front here. Wow, that is it. Did you see that? Wow, it's almost everyone went single file.
Yeah,
top 10 or so.
Yeah, that was a bit. Yeah, that was.
But hey, you know, we've been talking about him. Look at Dean Wilkinson up here. Now our new race leader. Up 28 spots since the start of the race. We'll see if he actually leads this lap here as Gabe Butler's fighting back. I'm not sure he will because he really does. He only has one person behind him, and yeah, that's been Gabe Butler's lap. See a car there with no hood on, coming back out on the track. I think they might be affected by that a little bit. But this is seriously a little bit strange. Might have been just due to how the restart played out, but two very distinct packs have formed with the leaders of 8 cars here. And then further back, Robert Morrison leading that second pack. And of course, a lot of... Oh, they're wrecking.
Oh.
We had a lot of guys involved in that one, too. Wow. All right. Oh, Zachary Lima involved. One of our front runners. All right. I'm going to see if I can find the wreck here.
Yeah, that is the 46. Went up the track and got into the 32.
So it's the 46. Rewind that a little bit. Oh, actually, it started earlier. Yeah, it started pretty far back. Yeah, 46 definitely came up. And then they kind of bounced off each other, touched a few times, and then there it was. Everybody involved. Actually, you know, a lot more guys got through that than I expected. Man, that's and I have to wonder if that's going to take some of these guys out of the race. People have already used fast repairs. That is one stat that I wish I could have in you know, our scoring telemetry software is it, how many fast repairs have been used. All right, and they're coming on to pit road. All right, Gabe Butler looks like he's going to have the lead coming out here. Although Jordan Weiser actually, I think, stayed out. Yeah, he did. So Jordan Weiser will be your leader, assuming he doesn't pit this next time around. All right. Well, that was this is our 5th caution, lap 45. We'll take another short break. 30 laps to go. All right, lights on the pace car are off. Rounding out turn 4 right now, beginning going green here with 19 laps to go. Wait, maybe that's, hold on, did I do my math right? Yeah, 19. That can't be right. It's 29 laps to go.
Getting down to it there, partner.
Yes, we are, and 903 there bumps into Gabe Butler a little bit on the start, but we were off without incident. Gabe Butler quickly drops down to the bottom. And once again, field sort of in disarray a little bit on that start. Especially a lot more guys in this race still than I expected. After all these wrecks, I expected there to be some more attrition, but still out here racing as we see Cody Niegels up there. Cody Neagle's currently your race leader, but that 62 car, Les Levy, down there at the bottom. And he's trying to make something happen now. But right now, it's all that top line. That 55 and 06 are working together really well. 55 giving a really good push to the 06.
Actually, I want to get a shout out to somebody out there who's pretty much kept his nose clean the whole entire race. Shout out to Cody Nagels out there running up front there.
Yeah, he's
pretty much kept his nose clean all race long, staying out of trouble, running up front when he needs to. He's pretty much survived. Well, I'm not going to be the commentator's curse on him, so.
Oh, it's too late. It's too late. You've already done it.
No, I really don't want to, but big shout out to him. Great job, good stuff.
Agreed. He's one of the, having a quiet night, and I mean, you see the guys that are running up front right now are mostly the guys who've had quiet nights.
A shout out to James Mohan too. Up in the 7 car.
Yeah.
He kept pretty much his nose clean the whole entire race. Got one little incident, just not of his doing, and running solidly up in there in the top 5. Running great.
Yeah. Another great run as he's he's in a great position right now. As we see that 27 drop to the inside, giving that inside lane some help. And we are side by side, 3 deep. And honestly, it's kind of going back to what we were saying earlier. That outside line definitely has the advantage, but it is not as strong an advantage as I was expecting it to be.
Not when you got Gabe Butler pushing you.
No, absolutely not. Gabe Butler, one of the best pushers out here. Definitely, giving a good push here, but
you know what driver we haven't talked about all night?
Who's that?
Dean Wilkinson.
I brought up Dean Wilkinson several times.
He's been incident-free so far. I don't want to jinx that one either.
Yeah, no, Dean's having a great night, up 26 spots since the start of the race. And how about Robert Morrison here, up 12 spots since start, running 11th. I definitely have seen him involved in a few incidents, but obviously the back end of his car a little crumpled there, but having a pretty good night so far. We're back up front here. 25 laps to go. And I'm hoping we can keep him green, and with it now, we'll have one stop, correct? If we stay green?
Yep, that is correct. We got one more pit stop to go.
We'll have to see. With as many cautions as there have been, there's going to be some strategy at play if there are green flag stops about, when do you take it? I don't know. I think I'd probably try to come early.
Some of these guys will maybe, like I said before, they might come in and just take one can and one can only, and no tires. That will shorten your stop. Not to plug in the second can.
Right. Yeah. No. I'm just thinking through timing of it. Timing is the pit stop. I think is what's going to be most interesting.
Timing is everything.
And of course, pit road entry, pit road exit, who you come in with, how their pit road entries and exits are. You've got to come back out on the track with another driver, so that you aren't out there driving around by yourselves. We almost had an incident up front, but they keep it clean.
It's just a lane change.
That was a lane change. They got a little close there at 55.
That 7 car can push. Don't ever doubt him.
Hey, look at this. Brandon Briggs up 26 spots right now, running in 6th. He's currently that 18 car there on the outside, trying to push the 7.
I told you that 7 car can push.
Absolutely. And, once again, we got some guys back there leaving a little bit of a gap. No surprise there with as many cautions as we've had. And, very good chance those guys are back there don't have fast repairs anymore. So, taking it pretty cautious. So,
Yep.
we got a lap down car here on the track. We'll have to see. That's Ranger, I believe. We'll have to see how the leaders are able to navigate through this. And currently, the leaders are going about 180 or so. Yeah, Ranger goes down to the apron. That's they're wrecking. They're wrecking.
Nope, he saved it.
Wow. He was completely sideways. I do not understand how he saved that.
That was awesome.
Oh man. Who was that? Was that Eric Laurie? Let's see if we can see what happened here. Oh yeah, there it is. There's Eric Laurie down. I think it may have started before this. Yeah, a little checkup there. Oh yeah, Eric Laurie was.
Yeah, that thing was sideways, man.
And still almost lost it when he's down on the apron there. And man, and heads up move there by Duke
Oh wait,
Conrad.
we got pit stops. We got pit stops.
We're going back
Looks like
alive.
Kent Butler, Steve Korsak is heading down pit road.
Oh, they got a whole lot of people with them. And
48 to 51 to 24 Everett Lane.
I think all those guys are playing it smart. They see, fast guys come in, like, I'll come in with you.
I'll be doing the same thing.
Yeah, so we've got our pit stops happening now. Early's when I'd want it, because if you make a good stop, you will stay on the lead lap.
Yep, looks like fuel only for them guys.
Yep. So we'll come back out here.
What'd I tell you, man? Pit stops mean everything. That was quick.
Yes, it was. And no surprise to see Gabe Butler, Steve Korosek up here. Obviously much faster pit stops than the people around them. Yeah, no issues here at all staying in front of the leaders. But, there are only two cars right here, right? So, Gabe Butler, Steve Korosek kind of up there by themselves.
But they have a third here. It might kind of help him a little bit.
You want the 73 there with the without a hood?
Yeah. Well,
if he can get up there, absolutely.
You haven't been here when I seen the 071 actually without a bumper cover.
Yeah.
Finished on the podium.
Yeah.
And was quick. That
No
was last season. That was nuts.
And honestly, I'm talking about how these guys can't. The two cars. They're going to suffer for it. But it was, a race earlier this season that we saw the three Bootnaka cars. I thought for sure after pit stop, I was like, just three cars. They won't have, nearly enough speed. And they had no issues. They stayed in front, and they finished 1, 2, 3.
All depends who's pushing you, brother.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think in an ideal world, these guys would have some more people up there with them. And they may still get some help as we've got that 3-car pack there.
Yeah, that 3-car pack behind them. I think they're gonna catch them though.
Yeah, looking at lap times. They're running slightly faster laps right now. That 3-car pack, led by Everett Lane, Ryan Decker, Jim Brooks. But come on, Jim, you got to get there, tighten up. Get up on Ryan's bumper. Let's go. But yeah, they are definitely closing in, it looks like. So yeah, they should be able to. They should have a sniff of the draft now. Yeah, definitely. They're half second back.
Oh yeah. Everett Lane is gaining now.
Yeah. So that'll help that group quite a bit. So then the question just becomes, when do these leaders pit? Because we go back up here, and I'll tell you what, this is not. If you're one of the leaders, this is not what you want to have happening. You really need all of you lined up.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting there now. That is what you want to do now is line up. Don't worry about racing for position because you're not racing each other right now. You're racing those guys who've already pitted. There's a car getting a little sideways on pit exits. I couldn't see which car it was, but I think we're still green, so no issue. So now the big question is, when do these guys pit? Oh, they got a little close to that lap down car, but no issue. They handled it.
No issues.
And I'm gonna go back here. So we got Gabe Butler running 9th, has already pitted, and Jordan Weiser coming in. But this is exactly what I was saying you don't want to do. Weiser's coming in. He has nobody with him, and he's going to come back out unless he gets very lucky and comes out next to some other drivers. He's going to be by himself and is going to lose a lot of time. Taking a look here at Gabe Butler. And these guys staying pretty in line, which is exactly what you want to do. You're trying to make up time.
Yeah, the question is, when are they going to pit? It may be the last dash of gas. I'm just curious what the times are now. What are their lap times? I'm just curious.
The leader's last lap time was 46.83. Gabe Butler's was 46.72.
Ooh.
So you would have to think that it is setting up for Gabe Butler and that entire crew that already pitted for them to be in prime position once these leaders pit. We'll have to keep a look at those, keep an eye on those lap times.
Yeah, I've been trying to listen to the radio scanner to see if they're coming.
Oh, they're pitting.
Here they come. Yep, here they come.
And now it is crucial that they, first of all, don't get speeding penalties, but they need to do everything in their power to come out together. And we'll see here. Brandon Briggs stayed out. Does have the 11 car there, who is a lap down behind him, but probably going to be losing some time here up there by himself. But with our leaders, you can see they're coming off pit road. And we'll take a look. We'll go to Gabe Butler, who is, I think Butler, this group should be able to pass them, I think, but we'll have to see.
We'll have to see. It's going to be very close.
Yeah.
Yeah, here they come now. They're just now entering turn 1 now. I'm just going to see where James is at. James had a hell of a pit stop.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're back on the track on the back stretch, but not up to speed yet.
Wow.
And
no, they're gonna maintain.
Wow, that is something else. Are they? Let's see. Does that?
Yeah, they are gonna maintain here. Wow, they're like at least. Wow, they're good. Like 2 seconds ahead of them. 2 or 3 seconds at least.
Wow. That's honestly unexpected. I wasn't. I expected that.
First 2 seconds.
Yeah.
2.5 seconds. Wow. Great job for them guys.
But we're gonna have to keep an eye on lap times because I'm not sure they're going to continue to maintain.
If Les Levy catches up to him, that's gonna be gold for those guys.
Yeah, I mean the only problem right now though is Gabe Butler is only is just out of drafting range of Les Levy, and that black car there, I forget who that is, but they got a little squirrely there, but that's going to provide the opportunity for these guys who led by Gabe Butler. Butler's got a sniff of the draft now. And of course, these guys up front are side by side now too. So
yeah, that one lap car really caused a little scuffle. Now it is now.
And Gabe Butler wasting no time, taking it 3 wide.
Wow, 3 wide.
Yep, and of course I should mention while we're talking about this, it's this is not the race for the lead. Brandon Briggs up here by himself, nobody with him. Is currently your leader, but he is also running a good 10, 20 miles an hour slower than the people in the pack.
Yeah, I don't understand his strategy, but he's going to have to pay here very soon.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure what he's doing either. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that he doesn't feel comfortable pitting under green, and it's just hoping for a caution. But Yeah, Gabe Butler, Steve Korosek controlling those that front row again. No surprise there. We've seen that several times tonight.
What a push by James. There he goes.
Oh,
dives to the inside. Yep. What a move by James there. Nice move by James, taking the lead.
That was a slick move. He had just barely cleared.
That was a power move.
Yep. Yeah, these guys are getting racy now. You know, we've got 9 laps to go here. These position swaps could be deciding, you know, the leader of the race at the end.
Well, things make it a little bit more difficult for James here.
Yeah, you know, obviously that outside lane keeps getting, especially on the backs, you know, the exit of turn 2, that outside lane is much stronger there. In the tri-oval, it's a little bit closer. But I definitely think that if I want to win this race, I want to be on the outside lane in that last lap. Oh, Brandon Briggs in. So, our new leader that lap, I believe, is Gabe Butler. I'll tell you what, these guys, honestly, at this point, you know, after they've kind of gotten in position now, it seems like they've sort of settled in and might be just trying to set up for that final move. Which, you know, I'm going to ask you. You're an experienced super speedway racer. When
you ain't asking me. You ain't getting nothing out of me.
Well, when would you make that move? When are you thinking of making that move?
2 to go.
2 to go.
Because you have more time to defend on the last lap and kind of expect what's coming. That's when I would like to make the move. Because you make on the last lap, it's too late. That's how I predict everything. 2 to go, 3 to go. That's where I want to make my move.
Yeah, that's completely fair. I think I'd probably be thinking the same thing, making that move either the 2 laps ago or maybe on the back stretch before we hit the white flag. But I definitely wouldn't wait until the last lap. But we'll see. You see Ryan Decker. There's contact.
A little bit of contact.
Oh, they're wrecking. Oh,
no, they're not. They got it.
They saved it. Ryan Decker was sideways, but saved it. Wow, but Decker's going to lose the draft here.
That was really close. That 6 car was him and the 7 are fighting pretty hard here.
Yeah, Decker lost the draft with that, so we've now really realistically, unless there is some sort of wreck, we've got a race for the win with the top 6.
Yeah, we got our familiar faces up front. It's pretty much a no gimme. We got Gabe Butler, Steve Korosek, Cody Nagels. It's pay window time, and here they are up front.
Yeah, I think we might have a heck of a finish here. But we'll have to wait and see. As you know, I'm looking at Jim Brooks. He's kind of hanging back here, but certainly he's very much in the mix here. We are at 5 laps to go, and we'll see. You know, we're going to look and see. We're going to wait with 2 to go, and we're going to see if somebody tries to make a move there. And if they do make the move, we'll see if they win. We got some lap cars here, wisely staying to the outside. Which, having been one of those lap cars many times, is terrifying, I have to admit, because you're up against the wall, but also you've got guys on your inside that are racing for the lead.
Oh, yeah. It's been a knuckle buster right now, just watching who's going to take it.
Oh, another lap car there. That was Bud Steele up there. Really rough night for him.
Oh, yeah, I know. We don't want to talk about that.
But, hey, mad respect to him for finishing out the race anyways. I love seeing that.
I would have quitted. I would have hung up. I would have hung up everything and just sign off.
But I really appreciate seeing someone hang out and stick with it. So We are at 4 to go now, about to round the round for 3 to go. At outside line, currently 4 cars deep.
Whoa, look who's back.
Ryan Decker is back up.
Ryan Decker and Dean Wilkinson.
I am shocked by that.
I think we're gonna go 3 wide here.
It's happening. They're going 3 wide, and I don't know how they did it, to be honest, because they were more than a second back. I'm just guessing they must have. I mean, you look at the back of Decker's car. Wilkinson must have just been beating the crap out of it. Yeah, they tried to go 3 wide, but that didn't seem to work out. Although Wilkinson did just set the fastest lap of the race this last lap. But yeah, that third, although they've got some help from the 84 there, the 84 car is a lap down. But hey, it doesn't matter.
He's going to be a factor.
Yeah, you know, you if you're a lap down, you can still help push someone.
Yep.
Oh, Decker just blinked out on mine.
Oh, yep. Look at Cody Nagels. He chose the 3rd lane.
Yeah, look at this. 2 to go. That was your mark, and here we're going.
Here we go. Work.
I did not think that was going to work. I thought netcode would have kept it from working, but oh my goodness. Cody Nagels right up there. James Mohan on the inside. Once again, we are 2 wide. Guys might be just trying to set up to make a move, but Gabe Butler there making a heck of a push on Nagels.
Now, what does Cody do? Does he stay up top with Gabe? Does he go low with James Mohan? We'll find out here as our leaders are about to take the white flag here, partner.
Yeah, I would absolutely stay on the outside, and I'm going to stay on the outside for 2 reasons. One, because I feel like...
There we go, white flag.
Yep, there it is. One, I think the outside, you get the momentum, you're going to win this race from the outside. But second, I want Gabe Butler behind me.
Nope, Gabe went up top. Nope, Cody went back to the bottom.
Oh, he is doing everything he can.
That is going to open the door for James.
Yeah, if they keep doing that, that definitely could open the door.
Steve is going to... Oh, Steve's going to push the crap out of James here.
And we're 3 wide again. The 62
yes,
up there.
Look at that's Les Levy.
We're wrecking.
Oh.
Korosek got through. Jim Brooks, Ryan Decker. That's going to be your top 3 there. Unbelievable. Wow. All of the leaders taken out on the last half lap. Let's take a look back and watch that one more time.
Wow, what a win by Steve. Jesus. My goodness.
All right, so let's see if we can see what happened here as yeah, we are so
I'm in disbelief.
I am too. But we see there's some heavy pushing happening, which is no surprise. The 7, oh, that was some net code. That is either net code or the 7 just got a little bit of too hard of a push. I can't tell. But 7 definitely started to go around, went up, and everyone else almost caught up in it, except for your top 3. Unbelievable. That that was very much unexpected.
That would have been my first time winner.
All right, well, let's look at our results. In first place, Steve Korosek, and in second, Jim Brooks. Third is Ryan Decker, and in fourth, Dude Conrad. And in, sorry, mouse messed up. Fifth, Nick Wing, and in sixth, Eric Laurie. Seventh is Andy Brigante, and eighth, Dean Wilkinson. Ninth is Everett Lane, 10th, Gabe Butler. 11th, James Mohan, and 12th, Cody Nagels. 13th, Les Levy, and 14th, Brandon Briggs. 15th, Dawson Wise, and in 16th, Robert Morrison. 17th, Jordan Weiser, and in 18th, Larry Fairman. 19th is Richard Bernius, and in 20th, Bob Fitzgerald. 21st, Frank Ranger Jr., and in 22nd, Bud Steele. 23rd, Zachary Lima, and in 24th, Hondo Longmire. 25th is Vernon Margheim, and 26th, Nick Monfredi. 27th, Mark Emery, and 28th, Edwin Outlaw. 29th, William Gunn, and in 30th, Daniel Paulus Jr. 31st, Austin Call, and in 32nd, Matt Wagner. Sorry, I just had to call that one out.
Thank you. I didn't run. I was disqualified.
All right. So with that, how about we bring up our third place finisher, Ryan Decker?
I can go fishing. Oh, you got him?
If you could get him, that'd be great.
Okay. Yes, dear. Hang on see if I can find him here. Here he is. Hello, Ryan.
What's up, Matt? How are you?
Man, it's been an eventful day for you there, bud. Um, tell me about your race, and that was a heck of a run at the end. You and Dean worked together quite well.
Yeah, I'm thankful for him to kind of push me back up there. And I had a little run, but I was like, not gonna try it right now. I'll wait till the last lap because I mean, it was a caution race. I'll tell you that much. It was wreck after wreck. It's a whole lot more wrecks than what we're used to in this. But hopefully they get it together next week or something like that. And shoo, man, I bet it was exciting for y'all though.
Yeah, it
Uh,
certainly was. And Ryan, I want to ask you. So that you mentioned the point where you had fallen back there. Definitely had lost the draft, and to be honest, I kind of stopped following you guys. I thought you were out of contention, but all of a sudden, you guys came out of nowhere. How did you guys do that?
I just radioed back to Dean and said, "Just push me the whole way, buddy. I'll do the rest." I mean, he hooked on to me, and then we just caught the draft of I think the 903, and which gave us a little bit of run, and then a couple other lap cars gave us another run, and then finally Jim, like I got Jim's draft where he was on the end of that and caught back up to him. I thought we weren't gonna make it there for a second, but because I didn't know. I think Everett was kind of falling back a little bit, but hopefully, luckily, I had Dean there, and he was good pushing for me.
So let's talk about the finish. So you're talking, possibly of making a move, but you were kind of stuck in the middle right before that wreck happened. What were your plans there? Did you have an idea of what you were going to do before that wreck happened?
Stay with the two best pushers in this league. Well, I'd say one of the two best pushers. Cody and Gabe, they are amazing, along with Steve. That whole boot knocker crowd, they know how to race. So I was going to stay with Gabe and Cody and just kind of wherever they went, I was hopefully going to go with them, one of the two, because there was back too far into that. There was no way I was going to be able to pass one of them two without some kind of help from behind or anything like that. So I was going to stay with them and just ride it out and have a good finish.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly had a good finish. Really a great night, and we had your fan base out here again. I think we had a shout out from Caitlin Decker earlier, who I think we've seen on here before. So yeah, you got people watching. That's always fun.
Oh yeah, I mean Caitlin, she's been a diehard fan ever since we got together and I showed her all this stuff. She's always been watching. She's up in Cincinnati with my son. As far as our son right now, he's a little bit sick in the hospital, but hope they get better. Hope he gets better soon. I'd like to shout out to my dad. I think he's been watching here recently. Huge happy Father's Day to him and all the fathers out there.
Absolutely, and of course to you as well. Any other shout outs you'd like to put out there before we send you back to your team?
Uh, my whole team, Bud, Jim. Hey, it was good working with Jim. I was glad he was below me whenever that last caution or that last wreck, because he kind of straightened me back up to get to the third, to get third place. So I'm glad he was right there to kind of straighten me up and get going. I'd like to thank y'all guys too for putting all this on. Gabe and all the admin guys, they do a good job running this thing. I mean, just tonight was a little bit more caution to what we used to, but I'm sure it made it exciting for y'all.
Yeah, it was certainly an exciting race. Well, it was great talking to you. Great finish. We'll put you back down with your team.
All right, thank y'all.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. All right, so that was Ryan Decker. We've got Jim Brooks up next.
I stuck to him. Actually, the daddy, Mac Daddy, Mac Daddy Jim. You got a copy there, sir.
I do.
So, Jim, it's been quite an eventful race there. A lot of attrition and lots of new names, new faces that we haven't seen in a while. So, Take us through your night and wow, third place, second place.
Second
Wow,
place, yeah.
yeah, it was wow. The attrition. So tell me about your night.
It was pretty much a mess. I mean, trying to avoid and avoid and avoid. There was some people who probably needed to be a little more careful who weren't, but overall, it was a fun race. Kind of hanging in there at the end to see what could happen, and I just got a little door bang, and luckily kept me going straight. So if not, I'd have been in whatever group that was that crashed last.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
let's talk about that wreck at the end. Like, obviously you said you had a little bit of contact through that, but as it was happening, did you think you were going to make it through it?
I couldn't really see it. I was on the inside line there behind. I think I was behind Steve there, so I really couldn't see what was happening up above. But I felt the hit, and then it was like, okay, am I going to spin or go straight? So yeah, I couldn't really see what was happening up above, but I heard some spinning after that.
but Carl, it does take a little luck to win these races.
Oh yeah, without a
A
doubt.
lot of luck.
Hey, trust me, I've been trying for months just to win one. I'm gonna have to like go to the casino and like try my luck. So far it's been crap.
Yeah, after the race, go there and then do it.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Hey, man. Happy Father's Day to you. I know Gaio hasn't been the feeling the best of times, and we haven't seen your son Quabi race. You gotta get him to start racing. So, any thanks and shout outs you'd like to do before we let you go?
Yeah, happy Father's Day to both of those my kids, and they're both fathers, so it's a nice day for them. And you guys, thanks for putting on the race. I appreciate it and covering it.
All right, my man. I'll slide you back with Decker there, and you probably get off for tonight. So, all right, man. Enjoy this one, and we'll see you next Thursday. No, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, but unfortunately unbroadcasted though.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Jim.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Bye.
All right, and how about we pull in our race winner, Steve Korosek?
I think I'll let you have this one. He's been on fire. This man has been on fire for like every race I've entered. Seen him run up front all the time. Hey, Steve.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Really well, really well. But probably not going as well as it is for you. Winning the race tonight. How's it feel?
Yeah, it feels good, man. I'm glad to get it done. I lucked out there in that wreck in the last corner. I made it through and just cruise to victory and take it.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you about that wreck. Obviously that was chaotic. A lot of people involved. What was going through your head while it was happening?
I was just hoping I didn't get collected. It looked like it was a little bit of neck code. It's kind of what it looked like at the time, too. I checked it out on the replay. You could see it. But I don't know. You just kind of hold your breath and hope for the best in those situations.
Yeah, that was the impression I got as well. We only looked at it briefly, but it seemed like it might have been netcode to me. But I'm sure, obviously, people will be looking at that. Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, you ran up near the front, the entire race, and you were part of that group that pitted early. What was the reasoning behind the early pit like that versus pitting later like some of the other guys did?
We just wanted to split away from the pack. But we knew that we were good to make it to the end on fuel, and we had a little group of guys that we were going to run with. But on the lap that we went in, there was a little stack up, and we all got separated. So it didn't work out, but we were able to hang on for the draft and catch back up.
Yeah, you certainly did. We were wondering if you'd be able to, and then the moment I saw you got within a second, I was like, oh, there they go. They've got it now, and took it from there.
Yeah, it was super close. I was in the red pushing the Gabe the whole time, and I probably did that for about 8 laps straight. And I thought I was going to blow up or we weren't going to catch him because I couldn't push hard enough, but it was just enough.
So, I'm gonna ask you this, a similar question that I asked to Jim, or actually it was to Ryan earlier. But you were on the bottom there at on that last lap before the wreck happened. And you were kind of locked in, blocked a little bit. Did you have any ideas of what you were going to do before that wreck happened, or were you just kind of trying to push and hope you could squeeze through at some point?
Oh yeah, what my plan was that I was just cooling there, and I got it down to the 230s, and on the back or coming out of two on the last lap, I started to shove them because the top had to start cooling a little bit because they were hot. So I was just gonna push them clear of Cody and hope that I could clear two, and I was gonna shoot up and go for it.
I got you. Well, hey, you didn't have to do that. It worked out for you in the end. Really great run. Do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, just gotta give a shout out to my buddies that I'm racing with in here, and happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, and especially my dad. Love you, and thank you guys for the broadcast in Area 51 for putting this on. It's a fun group of guys, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, great win for you tonight. We'll put you back down with your team and let you celebrate.
Thanks. Have a good night.
Thank you. All right. Well, that was our race winner, Steve Korosek. And that will do it for our broadcast tonight, except I would like to give one more shout out to our sponsor, 40 Racewear, makers of the ultimate sim racing shoes and custom apparel designed for sim racing by sim racers. 40 sim racing shoes are engineered to connect racers to the pedals in a way that no other racing shoe can, all the while giving you the comfort needed to complete those double and triple stunts. Visit 4dracewear.com. Check out the latest sim racing products that let you connect to your sim. And with that, we'll just go ahead and close it out and say, on behalf of myself, Matt Wagner, the entire Green White Checker crew, wanted to say thank you for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.
Good night, everybody. Happy Father's Day.